Hello everyone. Imagine that it's 9:30 a.m. and you are in a daily stand-up call and your manager asks one by one that have you done yesterday's task? And developer A says yes, I have completed the task. And manager marks that task as a completed and move to developer B and asks the same question. Have you completed the task that I gave you yesterday? And developer B said, no, I haven't completed it. And then the manager marks that as a pending task. So have you noticed something here? Manager is not checking the code line by line of the developers. He is not checking the developer laptop. He is not checking anything in the GitHub. He is just making decision based on the answer given by developer, yes or no, like only yes or no. So in similar way, computer also understand the uh, language of yes or no. Suppose it's only accepted two values. So like in Python, if I talk about, so Python, if Python have to make a decision, so he will make a decision something like, should I log in the user, should I execute this code, should I send this email, should I run this loop. Like it only understands two answers, true or false. So in today's episode, it is all about the how Python decide whether something is true or false, and we will also learn a hidden rule that surprises almost every beginner's true and false values. So let me go and share my screen and create some uh, hands-on some boolean values and see how it exactly works or not. So let me share my screen. So I think my screen is shared and I have already created my IPyNB file. So let me go and create something. Print true, and I will also print false. So here if you will be saying, it is giving me true or false, unlike a string. So in string, if I will see the type of this, type of print type of true, print type of true, so it will give me a boolean. So it is belong to class boolean value. So unlike that, if I am passing this true into a double quote, so it will consider that as a string. So let me check the type of this also. Print type and double quotes true, and I will remove this true from here and it will give me a class string. So now what it is happening, without quotes if you are writing, so it is a boolean value, but inside a quotes it's a string value. So now we will go like it is also a different data type boolean. So let's suppose we have to write some program in Python, we have to automate the door closing or opening. So if my door is open, so I want to automate it. So if someone is not near the door, it should be closed. So in that way, the answer should be door is equal to open. If someone near the door, if I will tell, if someone near the door, then the door should be opened. If someone else, otherwise door should be closed. So it is also taking only a two value. So in similar way, you can also take an example of something if marks is greater than 60%, then a student is pass, otherwise fail. So it is also taking a two value. So now let's go and do some more hands-on on this, and I will create some value for this boolean. So bool print boolean of a. So see, print boolean of a is true value, and if I will try to do a operation on this, like arithmetic operation, So let me do some summation of sum of b boolean. Sum of boolean is equal to, I will do bool of a and outside plus bool of 1. So what I will get? I will get a sum of bool as true, means 2. Why? Because bool of a, the value of bool of a is true, and true means 1. In this case, bool of if you check the value of this, so bool of a will give me a true value, and true means 1 if you calculate in math or something. So anything which is giving me a value, it will be considered as 1, and only 0 if I am not passing anything. Boolean of 0 I am giving boolean of 0, then only it will give me a value as 1. Because why? Boolean of 0 will give me a false, and false means 0 in case. So boolean of 0 is false and false value is 1. So let me click bool of false, boolean of false. So it is giving me a false, and if I want to check the value of this boolean of false is false and bool of true is so any values, if I am passing any empty value, suppose bool of string, so it will give me a false. Anything which is giving me an empty value inside the boolean function, so it will consider it as a false. Something as a null, 0, and so it will be considered as a false value, and false value is always 0. So if we will calculate the value of this, let me suppose calculate the value of print boolean of list, something 1, 2, 3, and so boolean of list, it will be inside a course, and so it is giving me a true. But if I will try to pass an empty list, so it will give me a false. Print boolean of and then empty list I am passing, so it is giving me a false value. If I will pass an empty dictionary also, something like this, and so it will give me a false value. Now if I will try to do some arithmetic operation out of this, like boolean of 1, 2, 3 and plus boolean of 1. So what will I get here? I will get the value as 1, because why? True returns me a 1 and false return me a 0. So 1, this will become a 1 and this will become 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So I am getting the value as 1. So empty container means if I am passing anything empty inside a boolean function, so it will consider as a false, and if I am not passing an empty container inside this boolean, so it will be considered as a true. And one more thing, if I pass boolean of none, so none is also considered as false, and boolean of 0, O is not, so boolean of 0, so it will give me a false, because anything between like if I will take less than 0, so it will be considered as a integer value. So anything greater than or less than 0 will be considered as false. Only 0 true, only 0 will be considered as a false value. So easy to rule to remember is like anything value something like this. I have a beautiful table. Let me go and copy this. I have And see, anything if you are giving as a 0 and inside a double quotes if you are giving something empty, something none, it is a false one. But if you are passing anything string, list, 100, -5, it is giving me a true value. So in this way you can remember like empty is equal to false, and something, anything you have written, something exists, some value, some under some value is equal to true. So in this way you can remember the Boolean function. So let me go and create one program. If if your manager asks to take an input from the user, like something name only. So if user is returning the name, so it will tell welcome, welcome and name. Otherwise, it will give me a false. So let me go and create one program. Name is equal to input. Enter your name. And if I will tell if name print welcome, comma name, and else print please enter name. So I will go and execute this. So I have got a prompt. If I will not enter anything, just enter. So it will tell me please enter name. So have you noticed something here? Like we don't have to give here if name not is equal to empty. If we are here, Python is just checking if name, then it is checking if the name has got some value, so it will be true. So if true, then it will be printed welcome name. So let me go and again execute and write my name and welcome Rishabh. So in this way you can run this program. So here this is like a simple program to check for a true like Boolean function. Like, and if I will check Boolean of Rishabh, what will be Boolean of Rishabh? So it is giving me a true value. Like so, if user simply press enter here, something like this, he is not giving something. If I press enter, so it will give me a false value as a empty. So empty will be considered as a false one. So what we have learned today? So today we have learned what Boolean values are, true and false, Boolean function, and why 0 is false, like from the truth table, and why a double quotes without any value is false, why empty list is false, why none is false, why none empty value become true, like if I am passing any values in my Boolean function, then it will always become a true, and how true values simplify real Python program. So this is it for today. In next class, what we will learn, I have a topic for next class is I'll explain what is none type and what none type means. X, as I talk now, X is here I have given bool none as false, so I will talk that also in next class. And next class I will talk something related to none type. I will also teach introduction to string. I will teach then arithmetic operators and comparison operator. So this is my plan to teach going further. So today we have learned about a Boolean function. So if you found this video helpful, so do like it and share it, and please subscribe so that I get some motivation to make some new video. Anyway, I make it. I just say to subscribe. It is not mandatory to subscribe. But yeah, if you get some like subscribers or something, so I get some motivated and come up with new again topic, and I have asked some questions. So I should teach in Hindi or English. So you can comment it down, or you have some doubts or some suggestion for me. So you can tell that also. I'll make a videos on those topic also. Like I have a plan to make a topic in this Python till AI and AI/ML projects. I will do this. One project I have already done. You can check it out. So here, so this is it for today. And yeah, like if you want to get your name in this program, something like your name in subscriber, then you can comment your name and I will take your name. I will insert your name in my next program. So Pankaj was also commenting, so I was taking his name in my videos, and like as a welcome Pankaj, I was doing that. So if you want to get your name featured in my video, then you can comment your name. So yes, this is it for today, and we will meet tomorrow. Goodbye, happy learning.